What's up, Chasing a Feeling? Welcome to the Week 6 Power Rankings and Predictions. I missed Week 5, sorry about that, but I want to throw in the Power Rankings that would have been for Week 5, or the ones that you got on paper sent to you guys. So here's the Week 5 Power Rankings. Andrew 10, Jesse 9, Pascal at 8, John at 7, Doug at 6, Miles at 5, Noah at 4, and then the top 3, the heavy hitters, Aaron at 3, Taylor at 2, and Dan at number 1. Breaking news, Chasing a Feeling. Hell has frozen over. Andrew Foley has got himself a win, pulling out a win 146-103. Tyler Lockett and Dalvin Cook absolutely went off this week, securing him his first win, putting Jesse to 0-5. Our second breaking news is our lowest performer of the year is the commissioner, Pascal Tooley, with only 69 points. Nice. To Aaron's 132, CMC and Patty Mahomes were absolute beasts again. Our next matchup was Taylor versus Dan, number 1 versus number 2. Dan talking a lot of smack, and it backfired in his face when Mrs. Tooley put up 140 points with Eckler and Chubb absolutely having themselves a game. Then we go to Noah Clapp and Doug Ricchini, with Clapp putting up one of the performances of the year, 171-109. Kelsey and Jacobs. Jacobs is looking like the best running back in the league, bar none. And then we go to our final matchup. Went down to the final day. Miles is saying he loves his team. He thinks his team can win it all, and they might be able to, but not this week. With a 139-142, John gets the best of him. Gabe Davis with those 2 huge catches was enough for John to get the win. And that is your breaking news. All right, so now we're on to the power rankings for Week 6. Going into Week 6 here, the power rankings fell all the way down to number 10. Despite having one more win, is Pascal. Unexcusable to score under 70 points, under 100 points, let alone. So he's down at number 10 all by himself, rightfully so. At number 9, despite another loss, is Jesse. Still has not gotten a win yet. At 8, with a huge win, only one so far this season, is Andrew. Number 7 did not look himself. He was only able to put up 109 points, is Doug. Then we got number 6, Miles, who respectfully should not be here. Putting up 139 points, you should not be at number 6, but this is the way that the league has gone. He's at number 6. Number 5 at 3 and 2 is John, and now we get to our big hitters, our top 4. Our top 4 are unbelievably stacked from bottom to top, and so it hurts me to say this, but Dan has fallen all the way to number 4. It's just the way the cookie has crumbled, him being all the way at 4, and mainly due to not getting huge games week in and week out. 120 points this week put him down to number 4. Number 3 is Aaron, putting 132 points on the board and staying at his spot. Jumping him and Dan, though, at number 2 is Noah with 171 points. I was tempted to put him number 1, but at our number 1 position is Taylor, who has not done wrong yet this season. She had that one fall, that one stumble to Reno's Gabagool, but other than that, Taylor has looked solid. I mean, her bench isn't very strong, but her starting lineups, her running backs look great. She's going to stay at number 1. I don't know how it's going to roll from there. And so from there, we're moving on to our predictions. Our predictions for this week, the matchups, and we'll start off with the bottom feeders of Jesse and Pascal. Here's our bottom feeders. They are got a lot of players on buys. It doesn't look good. Does not look good for either of these guys. And I'm going to say something that might sound biased, but I think Dallas Cowboy Kirby's are going to pull this one out. The Dallas Cowboy Kirby's are going to beat Jesse and put Jesse to 0-6. I really believe it. I don't know why. I just think 0-6 is what lies in front of Jesse. Next up, we got Miles versus Doug. And now Doug is in that weird spot where he's not a great team. He's not necessarily a bad team, but he hasn't put up results yet. So I've got Miles winning this one. I think it's going to be close, but I think Miles will probably squeak out a win. I think His team is firing on all cylinders, and I think he's going to win. Then we go to Drew versus John. Now, I know John is 5th in the power rankings, but I have Andrew winning this one to go to 2 wins. Crazy. But I think Andrew can do just enough to win this. There's a lot of players out on buys this week. And I think with the people out on buys, some of the injuries, Andrew pulls out a win in week 6, going back-to-back wins. Now we go to Taylor versus Noah, number 1 versus number 2, 2 weeks in a row. This is a big game. And sadly, for my wife, I think Noah wins this. And I think Noah's got a great team. He looks good going into this matchup. So I got Noah winning. I got Noah winning big. I think he wins by 20 points. And 20 points is nothing to slouch at. Lastly, we've got Aaron versus Dan, and Aaron wins this one. Sorry, Dan, you're going to drop again. 2 losses in a row after being undefeated. I think he goes from 4-0 to 4-2. It's just the way I think of this week runs down. So that's your power rankings, your matchups, and your wrap-ups from last week. You also got a little sneak peek from the last week before that. So this is a lot of info. This is week 6 power rankings. Cowboys are winning this week. Saturday Night Football, baby. Cowboy Kirby. Woo! Signing out.